Hey everybody, it's BJ.
Hey, what's up? It's Aletha.
Danny, keep all that in. That's the beginning of the show.
I don't know about that.
Bet y'all didn't know that about Aletha, did you?
We're not going to tell them either.
Listen, Destiny's not even here, and she sent us directions today. She said we need to talk about the interns, how that process went. We had over a dozen interns apply to be a part of our Magic Media News team.
We did, and we have narrowed it down to 4 interviews we've done, I think you said.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we will probably take it down to 2.
3.
I was waiting.
I want 3.
I was waiting.
I need 3.
One thing different this year is we're paying our interns. We thought that was something that we should do, something we haven't done before. Not that we felt like we shorted any of the past interns. Our interns are like our little babies.
I love them. I love them so much.
Listen, I just did a video for middle school talking about STEM, helping them with a meeting they got coming up, and we've had 14 past interns. They've been to, they either went to or graduated from College of Charleston, UNCW, UNC Chapel Hill, NC State, App State, East Carolina, Pitt, LCC. Gosh, I feel like I've missed something. But we've had them at like 7 or 8 different colleges. It's really neat. Finding out, see where our babies have gone and what they're doing in the real world.
Yes,
now.
and the next batch is coming soon, and I'm so excited.
Yeah. It's gonna be great. Can't wait. Also, March Madness is happening. Tell us about how much you love Duke.
I can't stand Duke. I hate Duke.
I'm a big Duke fan.
Everybody knows.
Everybody.
So annoying. And I'm sure I'm pretty sure you're going to get Dan to clip this out so all you little Duke people can get on there and comment. Go Duke, go Duke, go Duke, go Duke.
Probably won't clip it.
So annoying.
But I'm excited. I want them, like, they have the best team I can remember in the last decade that I've seen come through. But the truth is, even though it's the first time I can remember seeing 4 number 1 seeds in the Final Four, I don't know how long it's been since that happened. I think they're the best team, but I also know they're incredibly vulnerable. I've watched the 3 losses they've had this year, and they were tough losses, and it's almost like nothing worked. And so anybody can have an off night. And so I am extremely nervous, but also extremely excited because I would love to see another championship banner hang.
Oh,
I'm
sure you would. I feel like I'm pure asleep compared to last time.
Well, that's because
I was so jacked up on that coffee.
Yeah, yes. Well,
I'm a little level today.
If you don't know anything about us, we're in North Carolina, and
Why are you telling people where we are located like that?
The last show, you pure made me tell them the address so they can come find you.
Come on up to, tell them again.
105 West Blunt Street,
Come
Kinston,
on up,
North Carolina.
sit right down right there by my desk, and you can tell me like that. I didn't say the city and the state, though.
105 West Blunt Street, Kinston, North Carolina. Yes, that was 100%.
Well, if I said it, I meant
In fact,
it.
you made me say it more than once. You had to let people know.
Well, I was giving out an invitation for them to pull up. I wanted them to. But anyway, go ahead.
Speaking about pulling up, guess what has pulled up here lately? The pollen. The pollen. I'm ready for it to go.
I have no complaints, honey.
Why not?
Because it is God's fairy dust upon us and taking us out of the dark, depressing, sad, gray, ridiculously cold, nasty, awful days of winter. And I am thankful. I have no complaints. 0, 0, 0.
Well,
bring on the spring. Whatever, spring's fine. Okay. I'm ready for the summer.
Well, one of my favorite shows of all time is Game of Thrones. You know what? One of the most common phrases in that show was?
What?
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
It's still coming.
Whatever. I don't care.
Listen, Catherine last week, she wanted to skip right over spring and just have summer. And I said, well, you can't. Like, it doesn't work that way.
It does in some places of the world.
You need spring. You need the pollen. I've been taking algae pills left and right, so knock on wood, I haven't had any
zero complaints about the pollen. Better than snow. Better than ice. Better than sleet.
Speaking of weather, I think this Sunday is going to be 90 degrees.
I felt Jesus.
Aletha has been
I
wearing
felt
dresses.
the Lord when I saw the forecast for the weather. Honey, I am ready.
Yeah,
Okay,
you've been wearing dresses a lot
tell-
lately, and I'm a fan.
I'm trying to tell you something. The warm weather Aletha and the not warm weather Aletha are not the same people. They are not the same people,
Right.
honey. I'm living a different life effective right now. Okay? I am living a complete different experience effective right now, all because of the weather.
Right.
I mean, I just feel happier. I like the clothes better. I like to be outside. It's so cheerful and uplifting. Oh my goodness, it's just so wonderful and I'm so excited about it. I cannot wait.
You know, Easter is Jessica's favorite holiday, but do you want to know why?
Because of the candy. I already knew that.
The candy. She
I already
walks up
knew.
and down the Walgreens aisle. I got to try to like help her avoid the Walgreens. There's no avoiding the Walgreens candy aisle. She just walks down the aisle and like you do when the sun's out. She just lights up. She's so happy.
Yeah, let her have her candy, honey. Let her have her candy and let me have my son. Let me live. That's what I got to say to anybody that's got to complain about it.
Right.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm so excited.
I was just going to see what else Destiny wanted us to talk about. She had a sick kid today, so she couldn't be here. Oh, well, I can't say what she just said there because you two, the way y'all talk to each other, I cannot repeat on air.
And I mean it, and she knows it.
All right, what else has been going on?
You didn't have something else on there?
Well, I couldn't say half of what was left.
To be sure not.
Oh, and listen, Barbecue Fest is right around the corner. I think you posted
30
today.
days.
30 days. 30 days. We're down to the point where we're actually having meetings every week for the Barbecue Fest. And if you don't know anything about the Barbecue Fest on the news, go to KenstonBBQ.com. It is the world's largest whole hog cook-off, and we have great bands. We have a lot of rides for kids. You know, a lot of vendors. I mean, we've got a lot. Half of downtown Kinston into the park is blocked off for this.
Yeah, it's going to be a big year. It's going to be a big year.
And the carnival.
Yeah, because we're trying to break a record this year. We're trying to break
now
a
listen,
record.
that is off the record.
It is off the record. But the Barbecue Fest is trying to break a record of the most barbecue sandwiches. The most barbecue sandwiches. So
you got to bleep some of that out, Dan,
Yeah.
because she can't say all that.
I feel like I can. Waylon said I could say it.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the ones to jeopardize it.
He done said it on video.
Just keep an eye on.
He done said it on a video.
Danny, believe that. Just keep an eye on the Barbecue Fest page. There's some great announcements coming soon about that.
Sure. You know what's going on in here is you're off today. You're off today.
This is
You
like
come
the
in here
third
and
time
you're
you've told
because
me.
I know. And now you're coming in here and you're trying to be off the recordy, and it's not the same.
Off the recordy?
Off the recordy. Yeah. What else you want to talk about? Pop culture. Think of something else we can talk about. I mean, we could talk about how everybody is talking about the city of Kinston because we were nominated for the All-America. Oh, we can't talk about that either. We can't talk about that either, I guess. I thought this was off the record.
Thought we were having fun.
Thought we were having fun.
Listen, someone had the nerve to go into the comments about the city going for this third All-America City designation and comparing this mayor's term to the previous mayor's term.
Which was?
My term.
Oh, yeah.
And I was going, I'm not going to say anything positive or negative about the current mayor's term in office, but I can tell you that during my term in office, we lost the baseball team, gained it back. Minor league team. We reduced our electric rates, reduced a utility rate by 11%. We paid cash for a lot of stuff. Crime went down. More streets were paved, and I'm like, it wasn't even in me to respond.
Hold on a second. You're making it feel like you're trying to run for mayor again. You sitting here sounding like you're already on the campaign trail. You know, a lot of people think that's a mighty good idea, BJ Murphy. Everywhere we go, people say, we were at the Pure Music Bingo that I host every Thursday night, 7 o'clock at the Heritage, in case you ever want to go. we were at the bingo one night, and I was on the microphone, and I was picking on BJ about, former mayor here, because he I do it because he hates it, because that's the kind of person I am.
Right.
I make no apologies for that.
She does not.
But somebody was shouting out, talking about they wanted him to run for mayor again, and they wanted me to be the campaign manager. And I said, I could never, honey. I could never, ever, ever. Because, I live off the record. That's the reason why.
You would be too honest with everything.
Yeah.
Like some things you just kind of got to put a filter on.
And I understand that in order to be successful in politics, you have to be a fake asshole. I get it. I'm just saying I'm not interested. A fake asshole, it's a fake asshole. And I understand that if you're going to be in that game, then you got to play that game. And I get all of that. But it's just not for me. However, there are other things that I could do. Should you decide to run for mayor, we have already discussed, there is, in fact, a great spot for me. And I would 100% serve you, sir, for the entirety of your term with honor and prestige.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Still not
Murphy
happening.
for mayor.
Still not happening.
Who in the comments wants BJ to run for mayor again? If you really mean it, I want you to literally flood the comments of everybody that wants BJ to run for mayor, because I'm here to tell you, and y'all know, as the saying goes, I'll tell you a joke, but I won't tell you no lie, ever. Almost every time we go out in public, somebody says that mess to him. When you gonna run for mayor again?
Every week. It happens every week.
Every week. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was on the south side, and like somebody said in the comments on that story, people in the country don't care about what happens in the city of Kinston, and that is the God honest truth. But even all the way down there on the south side, we knew about BJ and what he was doing over here during his time of mayor, and we liked and respected him. Okay, so that should say something in and of itself. But I'm just saying, you should run for mayor again, BJ. I think it's a great idea. This is my favorite off the record we've ever done.
I have had a lot of people ask me about running for office, especially mayor, of course, because they're used to me being mayor. But it's like it was the double-edged sword of I was mayor at a young age, 29, and I served for 8 years. So during some of what most people would be their prime professional careers or getting to that spot, I was serving the community. So when I'm not in it, it was there were two things that were very natural. One is that people wanted to know what I was running for next, and I'm like, I'm just the mayor. That's what I want to be. And the second thing is, now that I'm out, people want to know when I'm running again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm only 44, so it's like I don't need to be the mayor. I don't have to be the mayor. I don't have this itch where it's going to satisfy my ego, right? I've been there, done that. Got the T-shirt.
No, I get that. I get that.
But to go any higher, there's a little bit of, I think kissing the ring is too strong, but there's a little bit of
toeing the line. Yeah, playing the game.
You got to be a little bit more political. And I'm a kind of guy that everybody knows I'm a conservative Republican. It doesn't show in how we report news. We're fair to everybody, and that's intentional. But I'm the kind of guy that listens to all sides, and so sometimes I don't think that would serve extremely well in a higher office. So it's like, I don't know if I'm ever going to do it.
I'm going to tell you something. I think it's hard to go back now, because see, what happened was you done started these businesses, and then you hired me. I was the first person that you ever hired.
Yes, that's true.
And since I have been working here, you have become far more unbuttoned, more relaxed, more IDGAF, and I do 100% take credit for some of that now. Take credit for all of it.
The other part of that credit is I'm getting older, more
Yeah,
ornery.
exactly, because we talked about that. It's the truth, though. And so now you would have to revert and go back to being more like, No, I know you having more fun over here.
Yeah.
On this side of everything.
Right.
But I don't see, all the people were cheering, talking about, I think I said campaign manager, but I think we actually, and then I said something about press secretary. And they were all like, oh, this would be wonderful. Yes, Aleatha, you should do this. You should do this. And then we were just like, y'all are crazy. But actually, are we though? Are we though? Because would I say or do anything more vile or worse than the current president says or does? I say not. I say not. If that's what the people want, BJ, we ought to give it to them. If they want authenticity and if they want bull talking, I can give them that. Now, I can't give them racism and sexism and holery and headery and grabbing them by the I can't give them none of that.
Oh
now.
my gosh.
I can't give them none of that.
How did you get so spun?
Because I was just sitting here thinking about how I was saying, you know, I'm too forthright and I'm too bold and too direct to be in the political game like that.
Right.
This is all a hypothetical. Obviously, we're just shooting the shit. But then I got to thinking about it, and I was like, well, wait a minute. Like I had said last time, the whole damn country done gone ghetto, honey. I guess I could get in where I could fit in. In that climate, I believe I could have a place.
Aleatha for president, everybody. I'd run your campaign. It'd be fun. It'd be one of the most real, authentic campaigns ever to run.
You have
on face of the earth.
absolutely lost your mind.
It would be fantastic.
I would
How
never.
many people in the comments would like to see Aleatha run for president?
Hell no. For nothing.
You'd be the first female president. Now that's important to you.
And that is important to me. If it's the right person, yeah, that is important to me. But no, I'm not interested in none of that. That's why I don't even sit on nobody's boards and all that kind of mess.
Well, I'm glad we changed this. I'm glad we changed this conversation from me being in office to you being in office. This has been great. But anyway,
You reckon I ought to have been jacked up on coffee again?
will you make up for me? Thank you, everybody. It's BJ.
Bye, y'all.
See you later.